You kids look really YOLO tonight. Make sure and call me if you girls get into any lit. If anyone tries to give you drugs, make sure and tell them, dab on them haters. YOLO, so be careful kids. Is this just a quote from What's His Name on Modern Family? Because that's how I heard it in my head. Say bruh after literally every sentence. Your mother and I have decided we are getting a divorce. Bruh.
I'm partial to saying I'm finna pop a goog instead of I'm going to Google this thing. In Australia, well at least in Melbourne, a goog is an ecstasy pill. That sounds disgusting and I love it. I'm saying this from now on, regardless of who is around.
Start calling everything she likes whack. Her hair, Joey.
My dad never used slang terms. He did things like ask if I applied my rash cream and if my gum disease was bothering me in front of people. My mother dropped my brother off at a party. He got her to park far away so no one would see, so she drove past him and his friends and yelled out the window, "Bye James, love you."
Lit, litty, woke, ratchet, schwifty, schwifty, schwifty.
Wait till she's in an argument with your spouse, or being slightly verbose in a public place, pull out your phone and shout "World Star." Whirl STAAA. This is gold. I'm gonna do this to my little sister.
I try to embarrass my daughter every chance I get as I feel it is truly a dad's job to do such things. She unfortunately doesn't react the way I would like. She finds it cool that I'm on top of pop culture. I even went so far as picking her up in my what I deem an old people's car ride with Kendrick Lamar blaring. I was bopping my head. Instead of the utter embarrassment, her friends started dancing around, and I've become the cool dad. Now I've gotta do this all the time when I get her from school. It's also led to her friends coming over all the time and listening to music at top volume. My daughter trolled me while I was trying to troll her. Be careful, it backfires. I still got the edge, I think.
Call her BAE and then dab. It's even better if you use the slang word incorrectly. On Christmas I walked up to my 15-year-old cousin and said, "Dude, are your shoes BAE or what?" And the look on his face was truly glorious. Is that pronounced like bay or bye?
She is 14. Just you existing is embarrassing. Good luck. This is when you learn to pray. This guy parents. While you're reading the paper, just quietly and slowly say Gucci Gang. Gucci Gang. Gucci Gang. Gucci Gang GGG in whatever tune you feel like. I'd recommend channeling Sinatra, to the tune of Jingle Bell Rock. Your mum still live in a tent. That was lit. Let's all dab. The "let's all dab" got me.
Mon's not hot. My 13-year-old daughters mistakenly showed this video to my husband. He now quotes it constantly and it is driving them crazy. Just heard that song like 2 days ago. It's so dumb but it's so good.
Try to mix, match slang words as much as possible so you make her embarrassed for you. Dadab's purposefully wrong. Insist you're doing them right. Pack it up, this is everything the man needs right here. Poorly handled adoption of pop culture, stubborn refusal to be corrected, and the insistence of getting her friends' opinions.
When something surprises you, say you are shook. My 13-year-old's most overused term. But if she's really shook, she's shooketh. IAMSHOOKETH.
This is the finish line for dads, people. I have a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old, and I am salivating for the chance to be this kind of dad. 14-year-old son, 12-year-old daughter. Your time will come. It is glorious. I have a 13-year-old that's my laboratory. Then I have 3 more daughters under 4, so I have time to perfect my craft. Wuss poppin' Jimbo? Wuss poppin' Jim B O? Unrelated, but a guy on my uni course would always greet everyone with "Wuss all the hubba, bubba." Wuss poppin' B. I worked at a juvenile facility, in a girls' wing for 3 years. I heard deadass 35 goddamn times a day. It usually preceded a violent outburst. I now equate deadass with paperwork.
Just say, "What up fam?" Then when they get mad yell, "Worldstar." TF is Worldstar.
Begone, thought. Best used when saying goodbye to his wife. Photobots roll out.
To agree with something she says, reply facts SSSS. YAAAAASBIITCH. I always tell my daughter, word, yo, whenever she wants me to do something for her. She doesn't ask me much anymore. Perfect. Yo, that food was fire, been a minute since I saw you, any chance you can throw fam in there, do it.
I use the "you ain't woke fam. I'm too lit" on my 15-years-old daughter. I'm 46. Her exact response, walking by without looking at me. "I don't even think you understand what you are saying." Tell her, I'm a keep it 100 with you. I don't. Did you dab on her though?
When she gets upset, tell her she's being extra. Then tell her that you're shooketh that she's acting this way. I was a high school teacher and one of my students called me this. I asked what it meant and she said it just meant that I was going above and beyond.
Just call everything dope, lit, or ratchet and start calling her homie. Tell her she's on fleek all the time. Whenever I call something dope, my kids are all like, "No mum." Just, "No. Ha, this guy is a dopely lit savage."
My dad makes up a bunch of euphemisms for menstruation that are much worse than saying, "Are you on your period?" My dad always asks if I'm having technical difficulties instead of having my period lol. Do you need supplies? I must be getting old because I came into this thread intending to contribute but instead I'm taking notes. My kids are only 7 and 9 so I don't embarrass them yet. But in a few more years it's game on.
When she says something innocuous, just say, "Is that what the kids are calling it these days? E.g., Dad, can I get more syrup for my pancakes?" Is that what the kids are calling it these days? Getting syrup for the pancakes? When I was 17 I worked at a pizza place with mostly high schoolers and one 38-year-old man. He was nice, but a little creepy at times because he seemed to forget most of his co-workers were girls half his age. Your mother is DTF. About a month ago I shared with my wife the novel meaning of smash. Oh Christ, that would be mortifying for her and amazing for everyone else.
My grandma refers to my so as my special friend. She's just old-fashioned and refuses to call him my boyfriend. Ha, my grandma does that too. It's too damn cute to even be annoying. I am taking my 14-year-old daughter and her friends to an anime convention. You now need to refer to them as weebs and pretend you think it's something positive. Man, I would have loved if my dad had shown that level of interest in my hobbies. Keep on keeping on, dude.
My 60-year-old mother loves to say things are the puff daddy when she thinks something is awesome or superior. So you should probably point out things that you also find to be the puff daddy. Cringes. She knows exactly what she's doing.
I hear all the young college kids saying, "That's so extra," or "You're being so extra right now," meaning being over the top or ridiculous. As a young college kid, my friend works at the school library. They keep a set of chargers for various types of phones. A kid came up and asked for one. My friend informed him they were out. He replied, "That's custard," and walked away. Wow, in the early 2000s I had a coworker who would say that. Only person I've ever heard use it. I guess dude was ahead of his time. Wondering what she's up to today? Spice things up by saying, "Hey, what's Gucci fam? We're heading to the park, wanna join? It's gonna be lit. Chuck in an AF after lit and this is for sure one of the best ones. It's finna be lit * for even better results." I love this thread because it's probably something I'm gonna post in 20 or so years. Yeah, I'm sitting here reading these and I understand them for the most part. I'm 19, but I can imagine myself in 20 or so years needing a Reddit thread to keep up to date.
Hilarious. I'm practicing these for my son. He's having a coronary because I have a Bitmoji. Wait until he hears me talk. Lol. A coronary is a serious issue. You should stop and let him heal. Dat Bitmoji game on fleek, son.
My daughter always tells me her eyebrows are on fleek.
Say lit AF. Even better, use lit to describe something pretty basic. I like to tell my students that things are lit AF and then look at them and clarify, as fire, smiling face with sunglasses, finger guns.
You ain't woke fam. I'm too lit. Say that verbatim if you want her face to blush with embarrassment. 46-year-old mum here. I just texted it to my 15-year-old son and got "really mum" as a response. Be right back.
Sup brotendo. Bird up. I was thinking about getting my foreskin sewn back on. Your ranch du bois.
I must have been about 18 or 19 when I was getting ready to go out with friends when my father asks. Maybe he was checking to see if you were straight or gay. He knew.
My dad used to go into Carl's Jr. and call everyone Carl. Go into Wendy's and call everyone Wendy. Go into a Five Guys and ask if you can speak to the other four guys. Hi, can I speak to Wendy please?
Sweetie, you're at a critical point in your life. The choices you make now can determine the outcome of your future. This is why I need you to promise me you'll take school seriously. The sky is the limit if you just try. I only tell you this because I love you and I want you to be woke as fuck. Next time her friends are over, tell her you'll leave them alone, but to cash me outside if you need anything. Say it on front of her friends for max damage. Bonus if you dab before you leave. As you leave. Just don't walk into anything. My dad does shit like this constantly.